I've stood on the other side of this main stand with you back in October the 15th, I think it was, the day Neil Critchley was unveiled. I just finished speaking to Neil Critchley, his first presser. Me and you both agreed that day Derek McInnes was a man that was tailor-made for this job.
Yeah.
And nothing's changed over the last, 7, 8 months, since October the 15th. Nothing has changed. Well, what I was going to say was, I think more of them are now. Back then, remember, Jamestown Analytics was fresh. That was a new thing that was coming in. They wanted something a bit hipster, something a bit different, a bit European. Back then, Jimmy Telleen was in the middle of his incredible run at the start of the Aberdeen run. Everyone thought that was the way to go. Scandinavia, don't just go on the lazy managerial merry-go-round, we were all told. Except the problem with that managerial merry-go-round, and by the way, it's no merry-go-round because Derek McInnes stays at clubs a long time. He's a loyal manager. Is he not the longest serving in the top flight at the moment? So that's not so much a merry-go-round. But what I was going to say, the problem with coming up with names like that is because they're usually the right fit. They're usually the right one. And Derek McInnes has been waiting for a job the size, probably equal to Aberdeen, if not bigger. I'd say equal, to get his teeth right into a challenge again at the top end of the table. He's took Kilmarnock probably last season to the as far as he could get them. He's finishing this season strong with them. They've as well documented the problems they had with European football at the start of the season and injuries. But Derek McInnes is a manager in waiting at this level, I think. And I think it's already been said in this show, the investment that's coming in for Jamestown from Tony Bloom, Derek McInnes spends money well. He's got a good track record in the transfer market. He knows how to get results in the Scottish Premier League. He's relatively young, and yet he's coming up for 800 games as a manager. He ticks all the boxes for me, and I actually think his style of football is tailor-made for this tight little pitch at Tynecastle. That when teams get on top of you, especially Hearts, and the Hearts fans get behind that, then it's some place to play your football. You know, he'll be aggressive, he'll be front-footed, he'll get the ball in the box, he'll be pacing the wings, he'll probably be a big man in the middle. Everything Tynecastle wants to see, chances created. And bizarrely, despite the fact Neil Critchley started off with a right front-footed, aggressive system, he seemed to back off of that latterly. And that's ultimately what got him in trouble. He went with this diamond formation that just wasn't working. It was just a bit too slow, predictable. They were getting overrun in midfield. And ultimately, he paid the price. Now, I do feel a wee bit sorry for Neil Critchley because he came in after 8 games with 2 points on the board and left with 40 points on the board. He got results against the teams at the bottom. He kept getting to very close to achieving something, but as it was kind of became a cliche, the big games, just when they were on the precipice of achieving something, they would go and lose. Whether that was qualifying for the latter stages in Europe, whether it was the semi-final last month against Aberdeen, or the final game before the split, 2 chances to get in the top 6. They kept letting themselves down, and ultimately that's what cost him. So now you're looking for a manager that can handle the pressure, that can get big results, and honestly, nothing's changed in the last 7 or 8 months. For me, Derek McInnes is that man.